Hello, and welcome to Sweetie Pat's Shut Its Lag Wednesday Whittle News. Proud sponsors of the Alliteration Association, though my mother makes marmalade most Mondays. Sexist. Random Wednesday Whittle News headlines. Rupert Lowe is causing furious debate after shooting his dog. The dog lost. We also talk about how mental and needy everybody is nowadays. I mean, how mental health is very, very important to those in the profession. And how happiness is hard to find. Yeah, maybe on Pavarotti. And finally, Trump has been less than a happy chappy recently when he made a statement on how yesterday all the Iran-Israel troubles seem so far away. He also said the word you slag. You slag! Can we get on with this a bit sharpish today, Dave? I'm waiting for a bag of Coke from Deliveroo. I mean a bottle with me pizza and a bag of Coke. It's great getting these home deliveries. Do you remember the old days when you used to have to leave the house and walk to the Turkish barbers? Progress. I'm all for it, Dave. Well, I suppose we have no choice. Unlike Rupert Lowe, who rather than pay an overpriced vet for end-of-life injections, had an old dog shot by the gamekeeper. Now, I don't know if it was his dog, but apparently it has now sparked furious debate according to GB News. You what? Furious debate? A few weeks back, I watched a boxing match with Chris Eubank Jr. and some other clan, and neither of them hit each other. I mean, did the world go mad and I missed it? Probably. If Rupert Lowe sat down at the dinner table that evening and had a side of dog leg in a peppercorn sauce, then you might question putting an old dog out of its misery and whether it complies with halal standards. Is this really just Farage getting his knickknacks in a twist under the facade of furious debate? Or is it just another pick at reform itself? Or is it just an icebreaker for Wednesday Whittle News? Oh, very nice. Hold on, Dave, that's not even in English. People won't understand it. And when is anything a debate anymore? It's just a lot of needy people getting in the way of what should be considered progress. And speaking of progress, Wimbledon has now announced for the first time that there will be no real linesman this year. What about next year, Dave? Look into it. Oh yes, the old tennis mecca. No, you can't play there yet. Wimbledon, steeped in decades of tradition like that Stonehenge, is now going digital and will electronically monitor if the ball goes out of play by shouting, "At you can." That's how it talks. Now, in case the sunroof is open and the atmosphere is muffled by the sound of call to prayer, I'd like to think that at the very beginning of each match, the electronic lines robot announces,
"Shall we play a game?"
You cow. Slag. Slag. What was the question again?
well, you should know. So, in conclusion, the spectators of Wimbledon had mixed reviews on this. The traditionalists said that this would ruin the traditions of the game, and the believers in progress said it was progress. But nobody listened to them because they're a load of Hamptons. Though it begs the question, why is it tradition has ceased to hold value? Those free tickets that people get cost a bleeding fortune to someone. It's like going to a classic car rally and someone says, "Look everyone, an E. Morgan." I mean, WTF, Dave. It's nothing to LMAO about you, cat.
You cannot be serious.
Shut it! Of course, as we delve into these serious topics of cultural indifference, or is that just me, and pretend to care about everyone equally even though they have nothing to do with us and we want nothing to do with them, it is always important to take stock of your life. And probably the most important thing of all is your current state of mental health. Heston Blumenthal and his fried egg ice cream aside, clan, a contented mindset is key to your own well-being. And if you are looking for that simpler life in order to find inner peace, well, for starters, stop watching boob tubers who make YouTube videos about finding inner peace by not watching YouTube videos. I'll tell you what, Dave, half of YouTube is just videos about getting ahead in life, and the other is finding happiness. Of course, it seems we all agree on this. Happiness is hard to find. Yeah, maybe on Pavarotti, I'm as happy as that Larry. Now fuck off. And I shall end on a more serious note, as just this morning I was sat on the toilet. That's where I saw you, wasn't it? And I was reading the literature on an unopened pack of toilet rolls. And I kid you not, it took me 10 minutes to read it all. And you know what? I had one of those rare moments where it got me thinking. Honest, now, I don't know if anyone is decrepit enough to remember the good old days. No, me neither. What was the question again? When you could walk into a hardware store and say to the person behind the till, I'd like a light bulb, please. Yeah, I used to be well-mannered, Dave. And 10 seconds later, they would hand you one. Job done. So, in conclusion, let's put out a petition to make the entire packet of toilet roll just read toilet roll. Save on ink, save on time, save on headaches. Though that might just be because you're straining too much. I've been Sweeney Pet on Shut It Slag Wednesday Whittle News. Ta-ra.